Hey y'all, I'm gonna do something a little different today. I'm actually going to do my first movie review, or I guess it would be more accurate to say documentary review. Last Friday, along with a friend of mine and colleague, Christian, I watched the documentary Flag Wars. I'll post some links up to the PBS site for Flag Wars, as well as um, a short clip of the filmmakers talking about Flag Wars, which I definitely recommend listening to. It's just a couple of minutes, but some of the points that they make and the perspective that they share about it is really good. In any case, I'm going to read the description off of one of the sites that I found about Flag Wars, just to give you a perspective of what it's about. So, Flag Wars is a stark look inside the conflicts that surface when black working-class families are faced with an influx of white gay homebuyers to their Columbus, Ohio neighborhood. Filmed over 4 years, Flag Wars, as it is happening verite style, captures the raw emotions and blunt honesty of unguarded moments as tensions mount between neighbors. And then the description goes on to say a little bit more about some of the people involved. I'll end it with the last part that says, from porch conversations and family dinners to public hearings and street protests, Flag Wars provides a rare and extraordinarily intimate account of the social and human consequences of capitalism and the pursuit of the American dream, told through the lives of residents in a community confronted by gentrification. So I just want to thank the filmmakers for putting this together. It just the risk that they took to tell the stories of all the people involved in this, not in terms of safety or anything like that, but the risks of as one of them was talking about in that video that you should check out, really examining how we, and they're talking about themselves also, we contribute to what happens in these neighborhoods, and what we can do to stop it. That was a very, very powerful moment for me to hear her talk about that. It was Christian's second time watching Flag Wars, and even though it impacted him a lot the first time he watched it, he wanted to see it again, and it impacted both of us a great deal. And even though it was his second time, you could tell just how much he was taken by it. As queer people of color, finding ourselves at the crossroads of conflicts that happen between predominantly white, particularly middle or upper class, gay community, and communities of color, that oftentimes, such as the story here in Columbus, feel, I don't know, I don't even want to name the feeling, but just this constant conflict of isms would be the better way of saying it. Just racism and classism and homophobia, as the other filmmaker was talking about in that, and just coming together in this massive division that happens, and oftentimes it is those of us that are at the intersections that get really lost in that. The stories of the individuals, particularly of the folks within the African American families, it was just, I mean, if you don't have a box of tissues around, get one if you're going to watch this, and I highly recommend watching it, particularly for my white queer counterparts. We really need to examine the isms that are within our community. And this is definitely a documentary that helps us to look at one aspect, one neighborhood, one place, one time, to start having the conversation. I know I'm getting emotional just even thinking about having watched it, and that was 4 or 5 days ago now. But it was really powerful, especially getting to share it with Christian was, I think, something that made it even more so. We talked a lot about it afterwards, and just kind of processed through a lot of it, and tried to take care of ourselves and each other, and be able to voice our frustrations. But yeah, so I mean, if I guess this is a movie/documentary review, there needs to be something about stars, right? I give it 5.5 stars. I don't even know what to say. They did an amazing job, and the folks that are in the documentary just really trusted the filmmakers to come into their lives like that. And I have a very, very, very small glimpse of what that can be like sometimes, but to do it for 4 consecutive years, and feeling antagonized so much by your own neighbors, that can be a very intimidating process to and then to take on the media, and the risks of how your story will or will not get portrayed in that process, because this is all through the lens of the filmmaker. I hope that they feel that they did justice to their story, because their story will stay with me for a very, very long time. Yeah, so check it out. It's on Netflix if you have a Netflix account, and that's where I got it from and watched it. It's on Amazon if you want to buy a copy. I've put it on my wish list, so I'll be purchasing it. And beyond that, yeah, if you have other really great, especially I really love watching documentaries that you would recommend, particularly around intersections, hit me up with those, and I'll put them on my Netflix queue list. It's like 50 deep at this point, but whatever, I'll add more. And we'll talk more. Alright, have a good night.